Welcome back to Steak School. It's your boy, Saucy Rossy. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Today, we're diving into one of the most underrated flavor-packed cuts in the butcher shop, the skirt steak. At first glance, this cut might not win any beauty contests. It's long, flat, and has a rugged look to it. Lots of visible grain. But don't let that throw you off. This steak delivers massive beefy flavor and, when cooked right, is incredibly tender and juicy. The skirt steak comes from the plate section of the cow, just below the rib cage near the belly. It's a working muscle, which means it's more connective tissue and coarser texture. But that's exactly where all the flavor lies. In fact, the skirt steak often brings more umami and richness than ribeye or strip loin. It's one of those cuts where a little care goes a long way. Now let's talk cooking. The skirt steak shines when it's cooked hot and fast. This isn't a low and slow kind of cut. You want your grill, in this case my Napoleon charcoal grill, absolutely ripping hot. A few minutes per side is all it will take. You're aiming for that medium rare to medium, no further. Anything past medium and it starts to tighten up and lose that tender bite. Before it hits the grill, prep is key. Some skirt steaks will come with a thin silver skin or a membrane still on one side. That needs to come off. It's tough and it won't render down. If you're lucky enough like me and have a solid butcher like Vessel Meats located here in Dartmouth, Nova Scotia, then usually that's just taken care of for you. As for seasoning, simplicity wins. I used Ancho Americano by Whiskey Bent BBQ. It's a bold, smoky, dry rub that brings a touch of heat and a lot of depth without covering up that natural beef flavor. Just a light coat is enough. Remember, skirt steak doesn't need a lot to shine. Once you've got a solid sear on both sides and hit that perfect internal temp, let it rest for 5 to 10 minutes. This helps the juices redistribute through the meat so every bite stays juicy. Now, here's the most important part, the slicing. The grain on a skirt steak is very pronounced. Always slice against the grain, meaning perpendicular to those vertical muscle fibers. If you slice with the grain, you'll end up with long, chewy strands. Cut across them, and you'll get tender, flavorful pieces every time. Skirt steak is incredibly versatile. Serve it straight up with chimichurri or salsa verde, tuck it in with tacos or fajitas, or slice it for steak sandwiches. It's quick to cook, easy on the budget, and if you know what you're doing, it punches way above its weight class. That's it for this round of Steak School. If you've been loving these steaks, tips, barbecue content, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, comment below and let me know, and follow along on Instagram and TikTok. You can get me at Saucy Rossy BBQ for more cooks, rub reviews, behind the scenes grilling action, recipes, how-tos, tips and tricks, all that kind of stuff. So go ahead, hit those buttons, like and subscribe, and thanks again for watching. Take care and stay safe, and always remember, barbecue for life.